What's going on, Print Fam? Cam here, and I am thrilled to announce that the new version of our platform is now live and ready for you to use. You can log in right now at printlifesoftware.com using your existing username and password. So there's no need to create a new account. If you have an active subscription, you can go to printlifesoftware.com, you can log in, and you can start using and testing this new platform. So once you log in for the first time, you're going to be greeted by a setup wizard that's going to guide you through really just the initial phase of setup, which is inputting your recurring monthly expenses and generating your first matrices from those expenses. And I'm excited to tell you, we have a really strong pricing engine in place now. I think you guys are going to love it. And here's the next thing. We've also made it extremely easy for you to get help and support. So let me go to full screen. Once you're in, you're going to come right down over here to help and support. Okay. This will open this page right here, which is the help and support page. You have the option to request a tutorial. If there's something on the setup that you need my help with, or that maybe isn't covered in our extensive documentation library right here, you can request a tutorial here. But let's just say you find a bug or something that's not working as expected, or you have a specific feature that you would like to see built. You come here to report an issue, and you can select bug report for bug report, feature request for feature request. You submit it right here. You're going to give us a description of what it is, where it is, how it is, all that stuff, and then you're going to submit it. Once you've submitted it, we have introduced something called the community roadmap and then the My Ticket dashboard. So let's look at this first. Your My Tickets will show you all the tickets you've submitted and the status of them. If I've made any comments, if we're waiting for feedback from you on it, it'll be here. That's your My Submitted Tickets roadmap. Then we've also created the community roadmap. This is beautiful because let's say you request a feature. What will now happen is, in many cases, not always, but we will make it public on this community roadmap, and this will allow you guys to upvote or downvote it if you think that this would be beneficial for the group. So now, it's still in many cases, if one person requests a feature and they're the only one that wants it, doesn't mean we won't build it. It's just this is going to give us a much better pulse of what you active users, actually want, compared to me just building things that I think would be cool for the rest of you. So it's going to be a really strong way for you to know what's planned or been requested, also what we are actively building, and then what has been released and published. So this is now a live heartbeat roadmap that's going to be constantly changing and evolving, and it'll really keep you guys up to date on what's going on. Not to mention our help and support. We just have an extensive library. Everything, all this different stuff, how to assemble quotes, the whole quote phase, shops, inventory, customer management, the product library and how to manage that, store operations, fulfillment walkthroughs, the whole thing. We have really strong documentation now. We are no longer using phone support. It was completely ineffective, and it wasted everyone's time. It wasted my time. It wasted your guys' time. This is going to make our support system way stronger. What I want to do in this video is just go over some of the new features and the way things work. So we're just going to go through it quickly. I'm not going to dive into great details. I just want you guys to see so you know what you can kind of expect, okay? So let's go back to full screen. So let's start at settings. From settings, you now have everything is pretty straightforward, but you can now add multiple tax rates, which can be selected on the quotes page. You have multiple shipping rates, turnaround times. This is just your billing management. You can now enable or disable features. We haven't included stores in here yet, but because we just relaunched that, but you'll be able to toggle fundraising stores off and on as well. And just like the public design lab, you can turn that off if you don't use it, and public quote approvals, so you can turn quote approvals off, or okay, whatever. We also have some different themes now, and we will kind of listen to you guys if there's a certain color combo you want. We may end up redoing this, but this is like just a certain theming system that we have in place here. And you can also, you can even upload like a background image. This is crazy. I don't think anyone will use this, but like, let's just say like this right here. So I don't think anyone's going to use this, but you guys might, because we have this really cool glass morphism effect on the tables now. So if you like colors and shit, like I'm really a fan of the cyberpunk aesthetic. So if you like them, you can use them. The financials page, we now have a full bookkeeping system in place. Now it doesn't connect to like Plaid or anything, so it's not going to import your bank statements. But what it does is you can put in your recurring monthly expenses. You now have a books place where you can attach expenses on invoices and whatnot. This is your chart of accounts for all your different expense and income types. And then we do have a basic profit and loss thing now. But the real strong part is your operating costs because you can set your monthly recurring expenses here, rent, wages, any utilities, recurring subscriptions, anything that you do monthly. And then based on these expenses, you can now go to matrices and generate a matrix that is guaranteed to be profitable at every column and every row. Whether it's for screen printing, you can see we have certain specs for screen printing. This is where you can set your profit margin, how much margin you want, and that will adjust the price here. You could set the screen costs, ink costs, manual setup time, manual runtime, minimum price. And for screen printing, we also have an automatic press toggle. For embroidery, it's a little bit different, obviously. You're going to input your number of heads, digitizing fee, hooping time, trim time, run time, all that stuff to generate your various matrices for embroidery. And then direct to film is a completely different monster. But here you can go to materials and create like a material, like if you use roll sheet material, or if you use regular sheets for DTF, you can put that in here. You can select your powders, and you're going to input your cost in the materials for that. Also, all of your inks. You can select your coverage, and then you can set your weeding times, pressing time, all that stuff. It's fully thought out, man. I mean, we went ham on this trying to make this as extensive and beautiful as possible. Right now, we're only doing screen printing, embroidery, and direct to film, but we will, once this is rolled out and live, we will be adding flat stock printing. We had it at once, but we've made a bunch of changes, so we're keeping it down to the 3 major decoration methods right now, but we will add more of them. The big one is going to be flat stock printing for you people that do like car wraps and stuff like that. But for now, this is our core competency. Products is pretty straightforward. The beauty of our new system, though, is that we have now connected to Promo Standards APIs. So we're not just limited to Sanmar and SNS and Alphabroder anymore. Now you can import from pretty much anyone who's part of the Promo Standards network. I mean, the amount of suppliers we have given you guys now is absolutely insane. And you can now connect to them with your promo standards credentials and do things like automated ordering using our procurement system. You can get shipment tracking, live inventory, your specific pricing, all of that sort of stuff. It's really strong. I mean, it's crazy. This was a pipe dream a few years ago. I'm so happy we found this and we got it working. So, but like our major ones are Sanmar, so you can come in here, you can connect it, you can view the products, you can search them out, and then you can import the products you want to use. And once it's imported, it'll now be part of your catalog library. Now we made it to where you can assign things so now you can assign specific, like say, markup matrices to specific products. So you can have all kinds of different markup matrices and you can assign them to all sorts of different things. You can also now decide whether you want the product to appear on the customer portal, the design lab type of thing. So that's all. We've just added more flexibility in that department. We've now given you in-house inventory with purchasing. So, like if you do carry inventory because you do a lot of direct to film and you like to stock certain blanks, you can manage it from here. But also just if you have a bunch of stuff sitting over in the corner that you would like to add to orders and you would like to remember to do it, you can use this for that as well, just to kind of start utilizing some of your dead stock. So we've added a full shop inventory system. Our fundraising stores have been completely reimagined with so here's the storefront now. It's still pretty standard fare as far as a store goes. I gotta actually close this, okay? But the real strength is in the way that we do it now. So now you're no longer tied to the quoting thing to manage and add products. So adding products is just as simple as selecting the garment you're going to use, selecting the color, putting the thing, put the sizes, and now you can actually overwrite the prices for each size, so like you might charge $20 for small through extra large, but it's $25 for double X. A lot of people wanted that, and so now that's here as well. We have a mock-up generator for store products now, so you can generate your store product images right from this, or upload them if you do it that way. So creating products is just a lot simpler now, and the real strength is our procurement system. So what we've done, so like you can even test this. We have this seed sample order thing now, and so what this does is I'm going to show you what it does. Finalized batch production. What we've introduced is the bin sorting and fulfillment system now. So like when you batch it, when you push it to production and it's ready to go, you can print the paperwork, and this has your master pick list for your printer, and then each slip for each bin. So you're going to be using a bin system in your shop now. And if you don't know what that is, we actually, in our help and support under store operations, we have a fulfillment walkthrough of how this works, and so that you can wrap your mind around it. But we did a bunch of research, talked to a bunch of industry professionals, and this is the scalable solution to store fulfillment and management. So just that's just the way it is. That's the way it's going to work. So uh, that's what we're gonna do. But the beauty of it is, once you get that thing going, blah blah blah, then we have this managed fulfillment page. So we'll walk you through it, but we basically have the sorting area, the packing part, and then we have the bin wall. And what you're trying to do is get all of the bins to green, and then that means that this bin is ready for fulfillment. And you can pack it and ship it. So we've really done a lot of work with stores. Not to mention that if you've connected to your supplier, you can do the automatic ordering of the blanks. If you guys do it that way, the blanks will be automatically ordered from your particular supplier, just as long as you've connected to the account. So yeah, it's real strong, man. We've done a lot of work with the fundraising stores. Talked to a lot of professionals. I feel like we've really got you guys sorted out in that department. Accounts receivable is the same as in the current software, but now it also includes just any invoice. If there's an invoice that has a balance due, it's going to show up here until the balance due is zero. Pretty straightforward. Now, quotes and invoices, we made a lot of changes here. And this is the last thing I'm going to go over, and then we're going to end this video. So in our current platform, the current software was built around my particular needs as a shop printer. And in many cases, I think I got a lot of parts right with it, but we also got some things really wrong. And the biggest thing we got wrong was forcing you to set up so many things just to be able to write a quote. You had to create the matrix, which is to be expected, but then you had to go through and assign things to placements and locations. And the setup just sucked, and I think it turned a lot of people off. Even though, like in the long run, it was a good thing, it was just it wasn't very well executed. So what we've done now is it's just a completely different. It's a completely different system. Um, you have your new quote. You still assign customers, of course, but you can create new customers directly from here. They're very straightforward. You can still add products. You still have projects and all of these beautiful things that we know a lot that everyone likes, right? So the projects are still there, which is basically invoices inside of invoices. You still add products just like you normally would, but you let's just show you. So like for instance, we're gonna put in our sizes here for all the sizes that we're adding to the job. Blah blah blah. Okay, so we have our sizes input, right, just like normal. We added a couple of nice little features just because Promo Standards does have some problems with the way they manage their, like, there are some shortcomings to Promo Standards, mainly if how much the supplier that is on that particular network keeps up with their library. But in many cases, like if you find that the wrong color shirt is being used for True Royal, we've given you the ability to now browse the entire catalog for that product and just find the damn image that you want to use and then just assign it. So we've made this a little bit better to fix some of those problems that we've dealt with in the previous ones. But now here's how the decorations work. This is where it's a big departure. Obviously, you'll notice this is now a single page. It doesn't go step by step, even though technically it walks you through it. But now when you add a decoration, it's just as simple as selecting what matrix you want to use, selecting the location. If the location doesn't exist, like let's just say like I don't have right sleeve here, so I'll just type right sleeve, and we can immediately create the location right here on the spot, and now it's there and available for use whenever we want it. Same with placement. Right chest, left chest. If you need to add one on the spot, you can. Let's just call this left chest. And another thing that we removed the requirement of, let me go back into full screen mode. We removed the requirement for you to have to use color books. So I still believe that the color books are strong, but we're not shipping them by default. If you want to use color books, you can. If you just want to say it's a 3-color job and that's it, if you just want to say it's 3 colors, you could just add it as 3 colors. You don't have to select swatches. But then if you decide you do want to do swatches, you can go in and create a color book and you can assign colors to it. and it'll tell you what they are right here, red and royal blue, whatever. So we've made it a little bit more flexible in that sense. You'll also notice that because we have the way you set matrices up where you input your times of production, we can now estimate production time for each location. So you'll notice this is a total estimation. If I add another decoration location, like let's just say we do screen printing again, but this is going to be on the back center, and this is going to be a 6 color or a 5 color. You'll now see the front location is at 1 hour and 21 minutes. The back location is 2 hours and 15 minutes based on this quantity of shirts. Well, now we have a total estimated time for this job of 3 hours and 36 minutes. So we're now able to give you estimated production times based on the numbers you set under the matrices, which is strong, baby. This is one of the main things I wanted, because as a shop owner, I just wanted to have a general idea based on realistic time. So yeah, now that we have all that, another thing we've added to this is the mockup generator. A lot of people wanted this, so now, based on the color you've selected, you have this thing. This is a terrible image, man. I'm sorry. I just have some placeholder crap in here right now. But so now you could just use the mockup generator to generate mockups on the fly very quickly, very easily. Do the same graphic again for the back. You see, I mean, this isn't even a real PNG, so that sucks, but you get the idea. It works. It's awesome. Um, yeah, yeah. So it's all there. It's just I think we've just made improvements. We've taken a lot of our concepts, we've made them better. We've improved so many different things. This is the mock-up approval page now. I think it's a little bit cleaner. Another thing that was highly requested was the customer view, more printer friendly. So you can see we have all the stuff here, build to, ship to. It's laid out better, and then when you go to print it, it just formats a lot better with the proper page breaks and everything. So we've made improvements here, and then we've also got like the better print stations. So we have like the production traveler now, which is just a better way for you to, a lot of shops do like to print. The first version of our software, we were really trying to get you guys to stop using paper, but I've gotten enough feedback to know that it just people just don't work that way. So you can do it without paper for sure. It'll still work incredibly well. But you can now print the stuff out if you need to. So, I mean, it's strong. And now it's like a cover page, and then you have this is a traveler for the one production, and blah, 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 blah. It's really good. I think we made a lot of really strong improvements to the software. The biggest one, though, the thing that made me want to rebuild this was the ability to help you guys generate price matrices. That was the most important thing, and we couldn't do it on the existing platform. Um, so we had to rebuild it. Another thing was I think we did a lot of things wrong with the fundraising stores on our first attempt at it, and so we needed to do a full rebuild anyway of that. And so it just made sense to do a completely new platform so that we can make improvements in all the areas that I wanted to. So we've done it, and I'm really proud of it. Another really cool thing, man. Well, I'll let you guys discover some of this stuff as you work your way through it. So again, go to the printlifesoftware.com, get signed up, get logged in, and start testing it. Last note is with the current platform. So we are going to keep it active probably for the remainder of this year. I know it's going to take time for you guys to transition over to this, and many of you won't be able to leave it until the end of the tax year. It's totally understandable. However, this is what we're going to be actively developing. We are going to be we've already pulled most resources from the existing platform so we could get this dang thing up and running. But that thing is pretty much, we're going to keep it alive with the bare minimum input just to keep it functioning. But we're not really taking support calls, feature requests, anything like that. If something goes down, we'll get it back online. But we're transitioning all of you over to this. So I hope you guys like this new system. It would be devastating if you don't. That would absolutely destroy me because we've put it's been a lot. We're out with the old, in with the new, in with the better. And one more note just about this software. So the way we built it this time, it's on a completely new framework. It's a ground up build. I promise you, what used to take us a month, 2 months to build and to roll out, man, we can roll out entire features in a couple of days now. So it hurt. It's been painful getting it to this point, but now that it's here, you guys will see that things happen a lot faster. Bugs get fixed almost immediately off a lot of the times. Features will get rolled out in weeks instead of months. So it's just a much better platform moving forward, and I'm really excited about it. You guys are the best, man. Stay subscribed. If you just let's go. Let's go, baby. We're finally here. I can't believe we're rolling it out. God, it's been a long road, bro.